Hey guys, so by the title of this video, you kind of already know what happened. We waited a few days to make this video until we were like in the right headspace and felt like we could get through a video without crying and, you know, kind of just process everything ourselves. But unfortunately, we miscarried. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know.
Channon went to the bathroom and started bleeding pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And
well, I was having pretty bad cramps and I kept like being really paranoid about them because I was like they felt like bad period cramps, and you know, everything I looked up was like, oh, it's totally normal. And so I just like kept saying like, stop worrying, it's normal, it's normal. And then the next day I had really bad period cramps, so I had them for like 3 days in a row. And like the first day they weren't so bad, the next day they got a little bit worse, and then the next day they were really bad. And I just remember like sitting down on the toilet and like wiping and seeing blood and looking down, and there just being like a lot of blood in the toilet. And I immediately like screamed for Travis and just told him like, I'm bleeding, like we need to call the doctor. And so we just called the doctor right away. Basically the nurse called me back, and after getting like our second blood results or whatever, the levels were not good, and it basically just showed that, like, you know, it was not a good pregnancy. And we were so heartbroken. I literally like cried all day. I cried myself to sleep. Like it sucks, you know, but we're okay. Like we're gonna be okay. And you know, we're obviously, even though I felt like giving up, we're not going to. Like we still have a frozen embryo that we're going to you know, try to implant when our doctor says we can, and you know, all these different things. And I keep going over my head like, what did I do wrong? Like, why did this happen? Like, nurse and doctor like reassured us that like it wasn't anything that we did, like it just happens. And my lining was so thin, which is why they canceled, you know, our embryo transfer to begin with. And so that probably has a lot to do with it, that like my lining just wasn't good enough for like a baby to stick. That was also another reason why we were so shocked that we got pregnant anyways, because you guys, for like over 2 years, like we never got a positive pregnancy test. That was like so huge for us.
Yeah. That was a big step forward for seeing a positive test. So it was like a huge move forward for us, regardless of, you know, stuff. But it was a very big thing,
yeah,
for us.
It was. And I feel like a lot of people, you know, had said like, well, we think you should wait. You should have waited like 12 weeks to, you know, tell people or announce it. And like, I just think like everybody does things differently, right? For us, we vlog and we have shared our daily life with you guys, like on our vlog channel, and like have gone through every step of our fertility and like the ups and the downs, and mainly downs of fertility. And all of a sudden we get an up and you don't want us to share that right away. Like, of course we were going to share it. And also that would have been something, for one, that would have been so like impossible to keep for 3 months from you guys.
Yeah.
And nor did we want to. We didn't want to keep it from you. I don't like hiding things. I don't like lying about things. Yeah. I don't like being sneaky. Like, I'm just not that type of a person. I'm a very open book. And like, when I'm excited and happy about something, especially something that we've been trying so hard to do for so long, and sharing that journey with you, like we wanted to celebrate that life as short as it was, regardless of if I miscarried or not, you know. Like we were excited and we celebrated and we got to share that with a lot of people. And
the other thing too is, like you said, 3 months. 3 months is a very long time, and our lives would be adjusting drastically within those 3 months of just even daily activities that we are or are not doing. And I feel like it would be so hard and like such like a secret to try to do that for so long, and so many questions would be coming up and be like lying like every day, because we're either vlogging or we're filming or we're on, you know. And I just, I mean, I don't know. I just think it would be so difficult, and then so many questions would come to you, like, uh, why are you doing this, or why are you not doing this, or like whatever the case is, and you're trying to like figure out every day how to like work around this angle, like I don't know. So
I don't feel like we need to defend ourselves though for like announcing our pregnancy right
no,
away,
no,
like
no.
Because that's just silly. But
No, but this is part of life, and as much as we hate having to, make this video and the unfortunate situation that has happened, like these are things that happen to people that go through fertility or not fertility, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about these sort of things, and so hopefully this kind of shows or like helps other people that have had this same situation or gone through a miscarriage, that this happens to people, and it's like this big thing that's like quiet and nobody talks about, and
or that people keep, they keep to themselves. And I feel like for women like that do decide to keep it a secret or wait to share the news, if for some reason they do miscarry, like they have to do it alone.
They have
and
no support from anybody.
I can't imagine like how hard, like it's hard enough having a miscarriage and having a ton of support, but to do that alone, like I just feel so bad for those women. I didn't want to be one of them, and so yeah, I encourage more people to talk about it if they feel comfortable doing so, just because I think it helps a lot with the healing process of like, going I didn't think I was gonna cry. It just sucks. Like we're obviously really upset, and I don't feel like we need to defend ourselves for like telling people early. This is obviously a very common thing, even though it's a horrible common thing that happens. It does happen, and it's just part of our story and like what we're going through, and so we obviously need to make this video to like let you guys know what happened. But like I said, I'm crying, but I'm okay. Like I really am. I knew that it was like, a possibility. We're just so happy, like, and grateful that we were able to like get a positive pregnancy test. That is like really huge for us. So hopefully one of these days, we'll be able to have a baby, but right now I guess the time is just not now. So yeah, that's basically it. Is there anything else that you wanted to say?
No, I mean, not much. It's just, I think for anybody that is pregnant, it's a scary thing at all times of a pregnancy. It's not just a fixed, date. Like every day, like you're worried, like, is it okay the next day? And then if you can get through that week, and then the next week and the next month. I don't think there's any like calming time, for people. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we've had a lot of ups and downs, and we've kind of gone through, I think, every emotion that you can think of, from like being so happy to being so sad to angry to like every emotion possible. I don't really know how to describe it other than that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm sure we might have more to talk or say later, but right now, I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
I mean, we've taken a few days off. I know that you guys don't see that because we post videos different days, but we had a few days to like process and cope and like, grieve. But we're still going to be making videos, like it's our job, and, we're still going to be live streaming and all these different things, and, it sucks and it's terrible, but life goes on. It's something that we'll never forget. This will always be something that we'll remember, but we want to remember as like a good thing, that like we're really happy, and for the short time that we were pregnant and had a baby, like we wanted to celebrate that, and we got to celebrate it with you, and we're happy about it. Like these are happy tears, like that we got pregnant and we were able to celebrate that life for as short of it as it was. So we don't want you guys to be upset. We want you to be happy with us that we were able to get pregnant and that we have a little angel in the sky now. And yeah, that's it. So there's really nothing else to say, but we'll keep you guys posted and let you know the next part of our life, whatever we end up doing next. You know, we'll talk to our doctor and see like when we're ready to try again.
Yeah.
But we love you guys, and we do want to say thank you so much for all the support that you guys have given us. Like when we did find out we were pregnant, we've gotten so much love and so much support, and we can't thank you enough. So thank you.
Huge for us. Yeah. So thank you guys very, very much for all that.
But we love you. We're sending you all of our love and all our positive energy, and we hope to see you on our next video.
The doctor, we have your beta, and it only went up slightly, 33.54.
Okay.
So, being that you're bleeding now, I'm thinking that this is probably the start of a miscarriage.
Mm-hmm.
So, he wants you to stop your meds, so you don't have to do any more suppositories.
Mm-hmm.
You can continue the prenatal vitamins, but you can also stop your aspirin.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wants you to repeat the beta. He originally said 4 days, but I mean, if you feel better coming in, you know, in a couple of days, but you know, his original thing was stop meds and repeat the pregnancy test in 4 days, because we need to get it down to 0 before we can proceed. And then it's too early, but he does want you to be aware in case it's not a miscarriage and if it's ectopic, to give you, you know, precautions regarding that.
Yeah, because I've been having pain like on my right side. But I
have had pain on your...
Yeah, but that's been like for a while now.
Okay.
It's not new. And when I talked to the nurse when you were out of town, she said that it's probably just like from cysts or something.
Right. But saying that, if you know, get really sharp abdominal cramps, and I don't think that'll happen because your beta was so
low,
but we can't rule anything out. So I do want you to be, you know, open to or prepared if you start having nausea or vomiting or any sharp abdominal pains. You usually know when an ectopic is happening, because the pain is usually not good.
Yeah.
And then, you know, some maybe shoulder pain or neck pain, something like that.
Do you think, like, now since I'm bleeding so much, do you think that it goes down pretty quickly? Like that I'd have to wait?
I think it will. I think if we wait until Tuesday, I think that would be, you know, better, because it's not going to be down, most likely won't be down to 0 on Sunday, but I mean, it could be pretty close on Tuesday.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, we'll check on Tuesday, and that's basically just to make sure that it's all out of my system.
Right. And if it's not, we still need to do more pregnancy tests to get it down to 0.
Okay.
So if it goes up, then that's not a good sign, because then, you know, it could be, you know, ectopic. You know, that's when the ectopic precautions might come through.
Okay.
You know, right now it's too early that, you know, I think for that to happen. But knowing that, you know, you know, you have the information, so if you have any of those signs or symptoms, that you could go to the emergency room.
Okay, and you don't think I should go to the emergency room if I just start feeling nauseous or faint from the blood loss? You don't think I'll lose enough blood just from a miscarriage alone?
Doc said to make sure that you keep well hydrated.
Okay.
Drink lots of fluid. Make sure you do that. And you can take, you know, Tylenol if you.
I've been taking Tylenol.
Is it working?
No.
It's
helping. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay. All right. So I'll just.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just keep an eye on my symptoms and then come back in on Tuesday.
Okay. So we'll get the results that day. And if you go, the sooner you go in the morning, the better. And then, because I think stat is like 6 hours or something like that.
Okay.
So we'll have it before I leave.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, Shannon. I wish I had better news. Holy cow.
I know.
You guys are going through a mess.
I know. All right. Thank you.
All right. You take care.
Thank you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.